Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland Reviewer, and I'm here to review Swimming with Men. And I didn't watch the trailer to this. I saw that this was popping up at Montgomery Cinema, one of the independent theaters around me. And when I saw Rob Brydon was in this, I'm like, I'm seeing it. Because I'm a huge fan of the Trips trilogy with him and Steve Coogan, which if you haven't seen them, they're great. They're the kind of before trilogy where it's all about the conversation and the drama, but it's engaging and so worth it. And Rob Brydon's hilarious, has a real charm to him, and when I saw that he was in this film, despite the fact that this wasn't getting the greatest of reviews, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go check it out. And within the beginning of the film, I was really excited because it had a lot of energy, it was quirky, Rob Brydon was really good in it, and I wish that it kept that up. Now, how I describe this film is it's kind of a mix between the Full Mountie and Dodgeball. Sounds interesting, right? It's a bunch of middle-aged men who are going out of their element because they're missing something in life. And that's where I get that Full Mountie vibe from it. And then Dodgeball, because they're a group of synchronized swimmers trying to compete. And are they the greatest? They're a bunch of oddballs, but they're fun together. And that's one of the biggest positives about this film is the chemistry between this team. And they're a quirky bunch of characters. Rob Brydon's really great in it, and so is the rest of the cast, Rupert Graves, Jim Carter, and some of the others. It's this ensemble that really bring a charm to this film. Because in general, towards the beginning of the film, the editing is quick, snappy, has a lot of energy to it. And it's like, okay, I can be into this. This is an hour and 37 minutes. This is going to zip by, a lot of energy. It's going to be fun. Then the film kind of settles in and doesn't really incorporate that kind of energy anymore. And the second act of this film kind of and you drop down. It gets a little boring, gets a little mundane, and not engaging as much, even in the dramatic moments where you do feel the chemistry between these actors and Rob Brydon's charm to begin with. And I feel like in this film, so much of this is he's bored about his job, and we get it, he's an accountant. And his wife and him have a strange relationship, him and his son. But the thing is, I guess you really never get to see them really loving each other at all to really feel like you're connected to wanting them to be okay again. And it's just like, they don't seem happy together. They don't seem good together. But the thing is, you can tell that Rob Brydon's character is really self-conscious and keeps feeling like he's causing problems in the relationship and him needing to grow. And he does go places, and he has a nice little redemptive story in this film, which this film is not unpredictable. It's cliched, it's straightforward. You expect what's going to happen. The synchronized swimming parts are fun. Some of the cinematography is on the more impressive side by David Ray Decker. And in general, the direction from Oliver Parker, like I mentioned, some of this film, how it's edited and put together, has a lot of energy. And you could feel the emotional moments, but the thing is, overall, it's cliched, it's straightforward. There's not a whole lot of special spark to this film. It was a fun time. It was entertaining for what it was. This isn't going to be like one of the best films of the year, and Rob Brydon's not going to get a bunch of attention. He's a charismatic lead in a fine film, and I thought it was worth the hour and a half of putting in and watching the film if you want something light and silly, and does have some feel-good moments, but this isn't going to be like earth-shattering or life-changing. But if you've seen Swimming with Men, let me know what you think. My recommendation is, if you just want something light and it's around you, go check it out. I wouldn't pay $12 for it, but it's a fun time, it's a nice story, and there's some chemistry between this fun cast. Those are my thoughts. That's my recommendation. Let me know what you think. And thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.